Welcome back to Broad Disc coverage from Waitawa Regional Park, near Kalakaua Bay. We left the card on hole 12, with Johnny Wake and Jake Brennan tied for the lead on 11 under par. Jackson Sullivan was on 7 under par and Henry Pearson was on 5.
Thanks Gus, and welcome everybody. I'm Dazz to the Coastal Cup 2024 Battle of the Beast, Part 2. We'll just have a brief look back at Part 1 of our coverage from the Coastal Cup. Everybody throwing into the fog. So it pays to know what your disc does in certain conditions. Here we have Johnny throwing 223 metre throw with his another Star Destroyer.
We rejoin the lead card after they complete 12 grueling holes where there are several birdies and several bogeys. The end result is that now Jackson and Johnny are tied for the lead with 11 under par. Jake is now on 9 under, and Henry has dropped down to 2.
Well, it's shaping up to be an epic battle, Gus. Two of them on 11 under, Johnny and Jackson. Jake's still got time to catch up. I don't know what's happened to Henry. Anyway, give us the lowdown on the next hole.
Hole 1A is 123 meter par 3 and has an uphill gradient. It has an OB fence line running the length of the fairway on the left-hand side. With 9 holes left to go, you can feel the players all have something to prove, so it will be an interesting couple of holes coming up. At least we can see where they're going now.
Jackson with a good solid uphill drive. Now we've got Henry on the tee. He's whipped it way out to the right. Just see it up there on the hill. Bit of grip lock, I'd say. Johnny sizing it up. Should suit the left-hander. No, he's hooked it straight over out of bounds. Bye-bye disc. Another good drive there. So 1 OB. It's the second shot there for Johnny up near the fence line. Maybe hasn't popped through. Way back by the other fence line, we see Henry. Oh, that's a fairly good up. It's not too far from the basket. Jaco's second shot. Just chipped it up there. Should be an easy par.
I think I'm out anyway. No,
Just dropping it in the bottom. Another safe shot there for Jake. From the fence line. Just pops out the back there. And there we have Henry Pearson putting for a par. Yep, manages that. We have Jake with a par as well. Jacko going for a par as well, nice comfortable one. And unfortunately, Johnny gets a 5, 2 over.
So Jackson gets a 2-point lead. With 11 under par, Johnny now has the same as Jake Brennan, with 9 under par. Hole 2A is a par 3, 69-meter throw up the hill into the corner. We can see clearly now, so no Google Earth shots.
Ring it up. That it. Oh, that would have been nice.
Oh, and that looks like a handy looking shot there for Jackson. Next we have Henry on the tee. I suppose with 69 metres you'd want to get up there and get a birdie.
Yeah.
So the competition's tight.
Move up.
Next we have Jake Brennan.
That's what it used to go.
And last but not least, Johnny Wake.
Exactly.
Change. Great job.
Johnny's one looked pretty close there. Now we're up the top. Jake's second shot at the basket.
Oh, pretty good.
This goes over the back. Now Henry lines up his birdie. It's a nice view in the background. Copacabana Bay. Oh no, bro. That one.
T-shirts as well. Oh yeah.
Johnny quickly takes his. So that's a birdie for him. And a birdie for Jackson. The rest scrambled out of there with a par.
This contest is getting too close to call. Just 7 holes to go, with birdies available on almost every hole. No one wants a par, only shorter holes. You are watching Bro Disc coverage from the Coastal Cup 2024 Battle of the Beast. And the next hole is another possible birdie hole. At 91 meters, the par 3, hole 3A, is a straightforward blast across the paddock.
Adding up the scores there, it's very close. Jackson is 2 points ahead. 12 under par. Pulls out an RPM disc. It's not that far, he doesn't want to overdo it. That looks pretty handy. Johnny on the tee with a Firebird. Halo Firebird. There it is, bouncing away. Looks a bit far. Looks like he might have overcooked that one. Next up we've got Henry. Does a bit of a sidearm flick there. Looks pretty handy. And Jake Brennan. It looks good too. Comes in not too far from the hole. Johnny Wake fires one in there. A lot closer, but he won't get a birdie. Jackson lining up his birdie chances. gets it. So that puts him even further ahead. Henry. Completely misses it. Jake gets his birdie as well. Henry's not too happy with that. Johnny trots in for his par.
I have never seen anybody so piss off about getting a par, so I am hoping that the psychology of disc golf doesn't affect him too badly.
What do you mean, the psychology of disc golf, Gus? What are you talking about?
Well, it's like you have to have a winning attitude to overcome these bad putts or throws that go AWOL, so as to overcome the bad disc golf you are playing. Anyway, we now have Jackson, who has a 3-shot lead on Johnny and Jake, who are now tied at 10 under par, and Henry, who stays where he was on at 2 under par.
So busy giving us the lowdown on the psychology of disc golf, Gus, that you forgot to tell us about this hole. 4A, over a little chasm, 120 metres, par 3. OB fence behind the basket. Here we go. Jackson makes it look easy. Jake Brennan on the tee. Throws a nice smooth action. Jake Scott goes over there nicely. Now we have Johnny lining up on the tee. Both chasing a birdie. And last, Henry. Didn't quite get that one. And here's Johnny for the birdie attempt. Oh. No. There's a quick one there from Henry. Doesn't like being on the camera at the moment. One there from Jackson. There's a sneeze after he throws it. A bit of a cold. And Jake's attempt here. So he's actually in for par. I missed some second shots there. Par there for Johnny. Jackson with a par. Everybody. So everybody's score stays the same. We move on to the next hole. Give us a lowdown on that one, Gus.
Sorry about that, Dazz. So now everyone gets par on that hole, and they are running out of holes, but this beast of a course has got a few tricky holes left. Like this one, with an iconic wind-swept tree near the tee pad. Hole 5A is 156-meter par 4 that has a nasty OB fenced paddock in front of the basket position. The hole is to the left and uphill.
As you can hear, the wind's picked up quite a bit. Players just making some small talk while they're waiting for the basket to be free, to be shot at. A bit of a talk about the tour down under without having a cart. Oh, we're looking forward to that next year. Right, here's Jackson, ready at the tee. Good looking throw. Now we have Jake, number 2 on the tee. Don't know whether he's going to be happy with that, but at least it's not out of bounds. As you can see, the dried grass area is completely out of bounds. Oh, he hooks it right over there. There's Johnny. That's where you want to be. Oh, Henry gets it a bit low there. I think he's pulled it into the side of the hill. Yep. Just before the out of bounds area. It's a little sidearm up into the hill. It's sort of a U-shaped fairway. And we've got that lovely view in the background. Does he get it over the fence? Ooh, very close. There's Jake from the side. That looks pretty safe as well. Can't quite see where it goes, but Johnny has a sidearm up there as well.
There you go.
Jackson from the side. This would be great if he gets this. But for the camera, oh, he just flicked through the basket. Jackson's quite well known for those long range putts. And that would have been a beauty. Jake also having a stab at the basket. Oh, not a good throw there from Henry. He's not happy about that. The psychology of disc golf. It's happening now with a bogey. Par there for Jake. Johnny with a birdie. Jackson with a par. Johnny catches up this time.
2 really good drives there for Johnny Wake to bring him closer to Jackson, who is still 2 points ahead on 13 under par. Jake Brennan is on 10 under and Henry slips to 1 under par. And now we have a monster downhill throw that is 286 meters long with an OB on the left, a fence paddock and also one behind the basket.
Johnny Wake on the tee. Being a left-hander, you should imagine it would swing right a little bit. Yes. It's coming down. Right, and I've marked where you can see the basket as well. Okay. Jackson on the tee. Not exactly happy with the outcome of that, but it looks pretty good. Jake, pretty much the same, straight down the middle. Henry with the towel again. Doesn't want to slip up. Heading towards the fence, but pretty good drive, really. It's way out there. There's Jackson with the second throw. Like I said, he's in the middle of the fairway. And that's another handy up. Just skips off to the left of the basket there. Henry from out the back. Great looking drive. Right up there. Jake. Also handy. They're all in touch there for a par at least. There's Johnny from the side. Oh, lovely looking drive up towards the basket there. Henry's third throw. Nice and handy. Not too far from the basket. Jacko as well getting out there in touch with the basket. So they're all in with a chance. Ooh. Can't be too happy with that, but it's handy. Right, here we have Jake who actually went over the fence, so this is like a recovery par here. And he gets it. Henry lining up his birdie. And he gets that as well. So that'll encourage him a bit, but he's running out of holes. Johnny. And he gets his as well. Right, now Jacko's chance to maintain his lead. Oh, he looked like he gave that a bit of a half-hearted hiff there. He won't be happy with that. Getting a par. Just a reminder that Joseph Berry got an eagle on that hole.
Well, now we have Jackson with a slim 1-point lead over Johnny Wake, and now just 3 more holes to go. The tension is rising. Hole 7A is a 132-meter throw into the next paddock, with the basket close enough to an OB fence to cause some problems.
Johnny Wake on the tee again with another beautiful looking drive. As they said, it's just stabled up nicely there. Now we have Henry Pearson getting ready for his throw.
Sorry, that was literally my hand.
It's a squeaky. I thought someone squeezed one out.
Oh, so sorry. I literally tried to be so quiet when you're throwing and I fucked up.
I thought you squeezed one out.
No. Sorry.
What he thinks of you, Henry, that's not very nice, is it?
No, that was just funny as.
Fuck, sorry, bro.
That's all good. It's all good.
And after that rude interruption, Henry finally tees off. Still not too happy with that tee, I think. That looks good
Not
too.
really bad.
Good looking drive. Now we have Jackson on the tee. All ready to go. Oh, looks like he's put it a wee bit wide. Don't think he's too happy with that approach. Jake Brennan on the tee with an RPM Kahu XG. For extra glide, and there it goes. Nice looking throw. Jacko with a quick upshot there. Now Jake Brennan over in the corner. Oh, look at that. Great birdie. He tells me it's a keystone. There we go. Great birdie from Jake Brennan. Quite a distance he putted. Definitely over 10 metres. Here's Johnny, looking for his booty. Nails it. And Jacko just finishing off his par. You can tell he's not too happy with just a par. None of these guys are happy with pars on these last couple of holes. Moving on to the next hole, with Johnny and Jackson tied on 13 under par.
With only 2 holes left, unless there is a tie, and both holes are only 72 meters long par 3s, so as we would expect, the pressure is on for the win, and the mind games are only part of this battle.
Yes, Gus, players at this level, you would expect them to get birdies or even an ace. I notice Henry checking the scores carefully. And that looks like one birdie in the bag from Johnny. And after that beautiful birdie, here's Jake Brennan. All comes in a little bit short. Henry on the tee. Comes in nice and close as well. Jackson. They're all fairly handy. Oh, he hit his charts. Yep, like I say, nobody's happy with a par at this stage. Jacko making sure of it. And with no aces. Everybody ends up with the same scores. Stepped. A slight improvement. So we're still tied going into the last hole.
So coming into the final hole of this epic battle between Johnny Wake, one of Bro Disc's most featured players this year, and multi-times Waitawa MPO champion Jackson Sullivan. The mental stress of the concentrated effort over the last 26 holes must have an effect on performance when you're down to the last hole, unless you have a steady nerve.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
What Gus forgot to mention is it's a 72 metre hole, and it's got an island on it. So if you don't land in the island, lose 1 point. OB left, 72 metre par 3. Thanks a lot, Gus.
Whee.
Johnny tees off. Lands in the island. He's happy. One up there from Henry. He lands just on the side there. And now we have the one we're waiting for. Jackson. Gets it out. It's not coming back in enough. He's outside. He can laugh about it.
What are you going for,
I don't think he's happy, man.
Fuck,
There's a little bit of a chuckle, but there's nothing funny about that. Now we have Jake Brennan on the tee.
Get up.
Oh, doesn't make it in as well. Quick throw in there from Jackson, but it's not enough. One there from Jake. And from just inside. Henry has an attempt. And oh, It's a bit like racket abuse, disc abuse, I suppose. And of course, Johnny taps it in for the win. Congratulations. Well deserved win there from Johnny. Had to fight hard all the way. Great battle from everybody. I don't know what that's about, Henry. That about wraps it up for our Bro Disc coverage from Waitawa Coastal Cup. Here's the full results coming up. You'll notice Joseph Berry actually in 4th place there, beating out Henry. Had a bit of an tackle in his, but congratulations, Johnny Wake, Coastal Cup 2024. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can watch more of disc golf in Aotearoa.